Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode on Talk Daily. Toyota's in the news again because they are making waves in the news. Toyota just constantly putting out announcement after announcement. It's an exciting time for Toyota. It is an exciting time for Toyota. So what is the story? The story comes to us from Reuters that broke this story. I'll have a link to this article in the description below. And Car and Driver took the Reuters story and wrote their own story. So again, I'll have a link to this article in the description below. And this article written by Joey Caparella. Long story short, the Crown is coming to the United States. It's coming in the form of an SUV, and we're thinking by 2022, 2023, and Car and Driver assuming that speculating the cost will be 50,000 plus, and it's gonna be hybrid. And this is one of the steps that Toyota is doing to electrify that lineup by, again, say it after me, 2030. 2030. That's when all these car manufacturers are going to say, gasoline engine, no. And they're going to go to carrying big, heavy, bulky batteries around. That's a different subject, but this is what's happening. If you don't know, the Crown comes as a sedan. In Japan, the Crown is kind of like the S-Class Mercedes. It is the car that all the JDM people want to import, just like the Skyline kind of thing. And basically they put on it, shiny wheels and curtains and they lower it to the ground, and basically I don't know. VIP, that's called VIP. Anyway, you can Google that on Google. You can Google the VIP car thingy, and you can see a lot of Crowns there. A lot of Crowns, Toyota Crown. But anyway, this is coming as an SUV, and it's gonna be hybrid. And it's great because Toyota, I don't know what's going on with Toyota, but they're doing fantastic. The article by Reuter goes a little bit on the history of the Crown, how it came in like in late 50s, 58 or something. I don't remember, 58, I think 1958. And basically it came with a small engine because at that point, it's very that history of the Japanese cars, after World War II and how Japan was able to go into industry and, thanks to the United States helping, and a lot of smart people in Japan started manufacturing, going from war industry to civil industry and making everything, electronics, cars, whatnot. That's literally, I can do a video of that on its own. It's fantastic success story. But anyways, they had the little dip, when they were bringing cars into the United States, a lot of their cars were kind of small, tiny engines, and the need didn't spark until there was an oil crisis due to the war in the 70s. And then everybody started jumping into getting Japanese cars. So the Crown was one of those vehicles suffered in the early entrance in the United States market because not a lot of sales was established. Obviously, right now we have the same story, but in China, right? You want to sell cars, you go sell them in China. They're taking all them cars. Anyway, so there you go. That's some history, 1958. Yeah, there you go. And we're talking about how many sedan they sold in the 90s in the height of Japan economic boom. 1990s. And the boom ended by the 90s. I don't know what he's talking about. The boom was in the 80s. 80s, y'all. When Japan boom was the 80s. 1990s is like when things went down. That's when the U.S., I think the U.S. said to Japan, like, hey, chill out with the yen a little bit, lower its value, and then... Anyways, the banks fucked up. And that whole story, again, the whole story about that. But by 1990, you start feeling the pinch. Anyways, so they're talking about like sales numbers and whatnot. But here's the other thing I told you about. 2030, the car maker said last year, Toyota, it would invest around $70 billion to electrify its automobile by 2030. Call me a cynical old man. 2030, we're all going to be carrying batteries. We're all going to be lugging batteries behind us and saying, hey, how's your battery? Mine is a couple of years old. It's not working as well. And what are you going to do with yours? I don't know. I have no idea. Again, that's a topic for a different video, but I don't know what the plan is. 2030 is not that far away. 8 years is really not 8 years to change things been going on for 100 years. You're gonna change it in 8 years. That's quick. I wish them best of luck. Obviously, it's not Toyota. This is not Toyota's doing something. It's just the fact that a lot of legislation being passed all over the world demanding that. So I'm pretty sure the car manufacturers gonna step up and manufacture those vehicles. It's just a matter of how they're gonna affect our daily life is a different story. As far as charging and availability of charging, I hope by that time it's going to be readily available and we could rely on electricity on a daily basis in the sense of transportation. Obviously, I'm saying that, and a lot of people driving Tesla looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" Well, obviously, and we're talking about the masses, the masses, everybody. Anyways, so this is basically it. The Crown is coming in form of an SUV. I hope they'll bring sedan at some point. Toyota's doing an amazing thing. Toyota is a really exciting company right now. Toyota was I don't say in the past, but in the last 15 years, 20 years, Toyota was the most exciting brand, and now they're becoming very exciting brand as far as a Japanese brand. They're doing very well. I'm happy for them, and this is another great, I don't want to say milestone, because I did bring it previously, but I'm just happy the Crown is going to be here. I know a lot of JDM people out there, JDM dweeps, going to be like, oh my God, Crown. So I'm happy for them. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching, and have a great weekend wherever you're out there, and appreciate watching this video. Always thank you everybody for thumbs up and the likes. I really do appreciate it. And as always, let me know what you think in the comments below. I always read them, and I try to respond to them as soon as I can. Anyway, to have a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.